Hello and welcome to Harrogate, home of the Great Yorkshire Show, for our second compendium of classic countryside pursuits and an array of agricultural attractions.
Now then, on tonight's programme, Yorkshire vet Peter Wright swaps his scalpel for a score sheet as he finds out what it takes to be a country show cattle judge.
And Jules here will be donning his jodhpurs and saddling up to go head-to-head with another Yorkshire vet, Shona Searson, for a rather brave show-jumping challenge.
Brave indeed. I tell you what, though, these vet challenges, they are coming along like buses at the moment. Plus, we'll also find out about the very latest in small-scale farming machinery. I cannot wait. Am I really going to be wearing jodhpurs?
It's in my contract, Jules.
Come on, then. Welcome to today at the Great Yorkshire Show. Welcome to another busy day here at the Yorkshire Showground. As you see, the sun is shining, the animals are out, and let's be honest, we are making the very best of what one of the biggest agricultural events of its kind has to offer.
And you know, it's not just one of the biggest, it's also one of the oldest. This is the 163rd time that this show has taken place. When the very first show took place back in 1838, its primary objective was to showcase livestock. And as you can see, the cattle shows remain amongst the most prestigious events here. And there is one particular breed of cow, isn't there, that has been a crowd pleaser ever since day one.
2022 is the 200th anniversary of the Beef Shorthorn Cattle Society. And one man who knows more than most about the breed is Richard Bartle, the herd manager here at the Dinmore Estate in Herefordshire.
The Beef Shorthorns are a wonderful hardy breed. They're a breed that takes little looking after because of the fact that they are so hardy and the fact that they live outdoors most of the year. They live off grass, they don't need any concentrates or anything like that to live off. They just move about the field like they're graceful animals. They're just a joy to be around.
Over the last 40 years, Richard's had considerable success showing shorthorns, including several supreme champions of his own, but he won't be competing at this year's Great Yorkshire Show. He'll be judging.
I've been judging cattle now for some 40 years, and I've judged all over the UK and several places abroad, but it's always really, really special to go back to my home county of Yorkshire to judge.
And Richard won't be working alone at the show this year. He's got a rookie apprentice for the day in the shape of Yorkshire vet Peter Wright.
Richard.
Morning, Peter. How are you?
I'm very well, thanks. Are you?
Yeah, good, thank you, yeah.
I'm very excited about this morning, I've got to say. I mean, to come here and I know I'm not helping judge, but watching a master at work in judging these cattle. What are you going to be looking for, Richard?
I'll be looking for width throughout the body, lovely top line, nice tail setting, and that extra bit of class that will win a show. When they come in the ring, they've got to own the ring. This is a very, very big occasion for the Shorthorns, and it is the show that everybody wants to win. You know, when you've got a trophy like we've got behind us, everybody would want to win that. I've never judged anything like that before, so it's a great honour for me today.
Do you get a bit nervous? Because it must be, it is a prestigious event.
Yeah, normally I'm not too nervous judging the show, but I am nervous today because this is such a big occasion in my home county, and what could be better than that?
Which do you prefer, showing or judging?
I love showing because I love winning. I don't go out to come second, but I do love the judging as well. It's as I said before, it's a great honour to do it. To be asked for your opinion by all these other breeders is something really special.
Absolutely.
The Shorthorns are being led into the ring. Time for Richard and Peter to get to work.
So one thing when I'm watching walking around like this is just how freely they move.
Yes.
So that's the point where you can really see. And they've got to have a big, bold head, big muzzle so they can eat plenty of grass. Nice body, not, you know, got to be deep in the body, but not big gutted, if you know what I mean.
I know exactly what you mean.
So they've got to be nice and clean through the middle. His legs have got to be a certain set of leg. You don't want them too sickle and you don't want them too straight.
Yeah. I'm looking at, do they have a nice straight back, a shape? Have they got a nice set of testicles, which is very important? I've got to say, this job isn't as easy as it looks. So I don't envy Richard his job, really.
What age is he?
Just turned 7.
I can feel the tension around the ring and the expectation. I think the standard in this class is very high, and I think it'll be very difficult to provide a winner here. I've made my choices, and he'd probably disagree completely with Richard. I'm looking at it from a veterinary point of view as well, so it'll be interesting to see.
Number 5 and number 7 have caught Peter's eye, but which will Richard choose?
It doesn't look as if Richard agreed with what I'm saying. It looks as if Mine's at the opposite end of the spectrum, I think, from Richard's. So it shows what I know.
Alas, neither of Peter's choices have won a coveted rosette, but he still gets to do the honours.
Well done.
Thank you very much.
Well done.
Yeah, much appreciated.
So you probably thought different to me there, Peter.
Well, you know, it's been said to me many times, you have 10 vets, you get 10 different opinions. And I think it's the same with showing. So, I mean, what you had up at the bottom end, I had near the top.
Part of the reason that I put the bull up is he was very well fleshed throughout. Very, very good on parade for the amount of weight he was carrying.
Yes.
He was nice and masculine. He was good through the front. When he stood in front, he looked like a bull. He was really, you know, really strong.
Very interesting. And I think I better stick to the day job, Richard.
Well, thank you for your help, Peter.
I've thoroughly enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And Peter is here now. Peter, here we are. Good to see you, as always, sitting on a pile of fences by the ring. But sitting on the fence is not something you can do as a judge, is it?
It certainly isn't, Jules. I must admit, being in there with the judge, I was nerve-wracked, really.
But I know you have a passion for shorthorns. What is it about them?
If you put it in cricket terms, they're good all-rounders. They're lovely characters, and they've just got everything, really, that a vet doesn't want, because they're healthy as well.
Well, looking after their health, of course, is what you are so good at. You know these animals literally inside out. But did you learn anything today from judging as to what they're really looking for?
I learnt a lot, Jules, really. I learned I should stick to the day job.
Your initial choices didn't do that well, did they?
No, it was a tough job.
I was just kidding.
It's very difficult, but I don't think there's much between first and ninth, to be honest.
Well, they are all of such a standard, aren't they?
This is the premier agricultural show of the year throughout the UK. There's no doubt about that. So the competition here is very, very stiff, and it means an awful lot to these people, particularly this year, because it's the 200th year of the herd book, the Shorthorn herd book. It's like a Bible, really, of breeding over the last 200 years. And there's people from all over the world here today to look at these Shorthorns.
So would you do it again?
I would do it again, but I think next time I would make the choice of having the car turned around, ready for a quick getaway, and immediately after the judging.
Well done, mate. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Always a pleasure to see you here. Enjoy the rest of the show. But you, of course, can stay with us as our celebration of the Great Yorkshire Show continues in a couple of minutes' time with some sheep that live on a very famous farm, a pair of posing pigs, and a couple of boys from Barnsley going balmy over a flat-pack tractor. See you soon for more from today at the Great Yorkshire Show.
Welcome back to the 163rd Great Yorkshire Show, where I've managed to bag myself a brilliant bird's eye view of the entire 250-acre site. It is full of agricultural activities, loads of delicious food, some brilliant shopping, and the sun's come out, so what more could I possibly ask for? Now, later on, I'm going to be heading down to the main arena over there somewhere, where Jules and Shona from the Yorkshire Vet will be putting their riding skills to the test in a show jumping contest. You won't want to miss that. But first, we're going to head down the road to a very special little farm in South Yorkshire to meet a pair of pampered pigs and an animal-mad 18-year-old who's hoping to lead them to competition glory. Nestled among the suburbs of Sheffield city centre is probably the last place you'd expect to find a Great Yorkshire Show hopeful. But 18-year-old Declan Bullymore has big plans. He's been volunteering here at Healy City Farm since he was a little boy.
Healy City Farm is based in the centre of Sheffield, so it's really strange in that it's nowhere near the countryside, and it really brings the communities together in the sense of people that normally would have nothing to do with farms, work on farms, volunteer on farms, get the opportunity to. So it's really special in that respect. None of my family is from a farming background. We're all city-based. So I've always had a real interest in animals. I've always loved them, but never really been able to keep them. A lot of farm animals people disregard. The bond that you can make with them just from spending 15, 20 minutes a day with them, it's just like nothing else I've ever experienced in my life.
For Declan, competing at the Great Yorkshire Show has been a lifelong ambition. And this year, he'll be showing 2 particular pigs who were born and bred especially for the occasion.
So this is Dolce & Gabbana. So these 2 pigs are quite special to me as well because I was actually here when they were born. I also got the opportunity to give them names, hence the slightly daft, not quite normal pig names that they've got.
And having been by their side since day one, Declan's seen every stage of their development in preparation for their Great Yorkshire Show debut.
When Dolce was a lot younger, like 6 weeks old, she was the one that was outside in the mud first, and she was a bit more outgoing, whereas Gabbana was stuck to mum's side. And then when they both moved into a separate pen as they got older, Gabbana sort of came out of the shell a lot more. So she's now become a naughty, mischievous one that will wake Dolce up in the middle of the night and in the middle of the day, and she's just absolutely hilarious. So it'll be quite exciting on the show day to see how well behaved they would like to be.
This is their destiny, and it's down to Declan to really make them shine on the big day. Quite literally.
Today, because I'm working on my own with the pigs, we're just going to wash one of them. So I'm just going to wash this one here, which is Dolce, just doing some show prep to get them all nice and sparkling and ready to parade around the ring and hopefully impress the judges.
With the Great Yorkshire Show only a couple of weeks away, today's dress rehearsal is crucial to get the pigs' catwalk ready.
She's very accustomed to this, and it does feel good on her skin with the warm weather today. When you tell people that you're going into a Great Yorkshire Show, everybody gasps. You've got different people competing from all over the UK, especially Yorkshire. So it's very important that the pigs look the best because they are going to be against the best pigs in the country.
Luckily, Declan has a secret technique up his sleeve, which he hopes will improve his chances.
A large black is actually a breed that you oil up before a show. So I had a brainwave a few weeks ago whilst fake tanning about using a fake tan mitt on the pig. So now we've added it to the grooming collection and we're going to try it out today and hope that she enjoys and appreciates it while she's getting oiled up in her pamper.
Thanks to Declan's piggy pampering, Dolce now looks like she's stepped out of a salon.
And now you can see the sparkle really coming through, ready to impress the judges and hopefully win the prizes. That's actually worked really well.
We'll find out how Declan, Dolce and Gabbana get on in a few minutes' time. But first, look who's here. Pop star, presenter and pig farmer extraordinaire, all wrapped up in the gorgeous JB Gill. Hello.
Do you know what? I love coming up here. Haven't been to the Great Yorkshire Show for a while, but it's always such a warm welcome.
You've been doing it for a decade now, haven't you, pig farming?
I have Tamworths. So Tamworths are actually a rare breed. You know, so of course their lineage and their history goes back centuries. And I love the fact that they're ginger. I actually rescued my first pig from the RSPCA.
Did you?
That's how I ended up with a Tamworth. They're hardy, so we like to have our animals out as much as possible. We feel that they should be as close to nature as possible.
I think what's really fascinating, isn't it, is that you're young, you're vibrant, you bring in a new audience into farming.
I always encourage young people, especially, to get stuck in. I think you learn easiest when you're younger. Children will be our future. They will be the ones standing where we are today. They'll be the ones running the Great Yorkshire Show in 10, 15, 20 years to come.
You are like the pop star pig farmer. Do you sing to your pigs?
I might sing while I'm around them.
Do you? And how do they react?
They haven't complained yet.
Do you know, I might end up smuggling a little piglet in my handbag on the way home after talking to you.
Make sure you do your research.
I will. I'll ring you. Now, talking of handbags, by the way, should we find out how Dolce & Gabbana and Declan got on? Take a look.
The big day has arrived for Black Gilt's Dolce & Gabbana. So Declan is working hard, pampering his pigs. They need to look their very best for their moment in the limelight.
Appearance is really important, making sure that the stock are showcased for judges, showing themselves to be the best that they can be.
Despite not having a conventional farming background, Declan is hopeful that it won't hurt his girls' chances.
I think farming's quite inclusive, and it's quite good to show that not all farmers are the same. And being able to come and show animals, regardless of your farming background,
is really important. So fingers crossed, we do get some big prizes and we do come first. It would mean a lot with it being the first real professional pig show I've done.
As showtime approaches, Declan is starting to feel the pressure of the big occasion.
I'm nervous about the fact that the pigs haven't been around this many people before, so although they've been walking really well the past few days, with this many people in the aisles and around the show ring, I'm really nervous it is going to spook them.
With 2 pigs to keep in order, Declan has brought his friend Millie to handle Gabbana.
The next class is the large black July gelts, and here they are.
I feel sick.
The scrutiny of the judges is intense.
See this side.
Come on, Gabbana.
The correct number of teats, body shape and size,
Hey, can you walk around for us, please?
Yeah.
and a good walk all come into play.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. All right, so far, not too bad. Look on. Good girl.
The verdict is in.
Ely City Farm from Sheffield.
Well done. Thank you. Yeah, well done.
We managed to get second and third, which was really great, but I'm not a sore loser at all. The best pig definitely won. So now we're on to the duos, so they will be getting shown together. We do complement each other really well, and we do like to be with each other.
It's all about being the perfect matching pair. But once again, they're picked to the post.
Well done.
Yeah,
Very
thank
close,
you.
very nearly there.
So we've just gotten second in the pairs class, which is really great, a good result. Obviously not as good as first, but we've still won something.
Undaunted, Declan's already planning ahead for next year.
It's definitely taught me that the pigs do need a little bit more experience with the stick on the board. So maybe next time we do definitely need to start getting them used to it a little bit earlier to make sure that they are walking as they should be and keeping the head held high. But even with still, we did really well, so I'm really happy. We've got rosettes at the end of the day. The pigs are nice and chilled now, so we couldn't ask for much better, really.
Hopefully it's inspired you to come back and try again next time. Now then, if you do have the chance to come here and explore all that the Great Yorkshire Show offers, you'll find loads of stuff here for both home and garden. Take this lot, for example. They are, of course, fire pits. So items that have really gained in popularity over the last few years. Well, Tim Ross here has been making fire pits for over a decade. Tim, it's a fabulous range. What got you into this?
Well, it started about 14 years ago when my eldest son had some friends around, actually rugby friends around, and they were actually banned to outside.
Keep the mess outside.
Exactly, keep the mess outside. The next complaint was, Dan, it's going to be cold, and et cetera, et cetera. So to resolve that problem, I had some old fencing posts, to which then we cut them up. We then made a big box, and we put them in there, we burnt them. All his friends thoroughly enjoyed the evening. A couple of years later, one father phoned up and said, actually, can I buy one of those fire pits you made for our son's party?
The thing I love about these examples, Tim, is this very clever, it seems to be, solution to managing the heat of the fire.
If you've got a hot spot, for example, you very simply just move it away. So you move the burning logs to one side, and then you have the embers on the other.
And that's what you should be cooking over, isn't it?
That's what you should be cooking.
Yeah. Now, this has really caught my attention, not least because it is chucking out some serious heat on this hot day. Your pizza oven.
We decided to make one of ourselves with good thick steel, so it's longer lasting, but also at the same time, it will create a nice hot oven.
Now, we've got the various components here to make a pizza. Can we have a go? Because it just looks like too much like good fun.
I've already preloaded the firebox, and this gives a nice shot of the good flame that we need.
I tell you, barbecues at your place must be absolutely amazing. So what do you think, then? Is this ready to go in?
Best thing is it passes me, because in principle, we start over the heat here. So we really warm the bottom first.
Just so you don't get that horrible sticky bottom.
You want to get heat in. And of course, it's sitting straight over the firebox. So we open the door.
The flames are looking
good.
Yeah, there we go.
Pop that on there. Go and try and get it nice and central.
Yeah.
That was good. Close the door.
Fabulous. So our fire is lit, our pizza is made, it is in there. You think about 3 minutes till it's ready?
3 minutes, we're good, yeah.
That is perfect. Join us in 3 minutes' time after the break, when we will see how delicious this really is. Welcome back to today at the Great Yorkshire Show. Now, just a few minutes ago, we put our lovely handmade pizza into your gorgeous pizza oven, Tim. Do you think it's ready?
I think it's ready.
Come on, then.
We'll have a look.
It's smelling good. Oh, look at that.
Not bad.
Fabulous. There you go. Proof, if it were needed, that 3 minutes is enough to produce the perfect pizza. From pizza to motorways, if you've ever crossed the Pennines using the M62, you may have come across one of the most famous landmarks on the UK's motorway network, a tiny little farm sandwiched between the tarmac on the White Rose side of the motorway. Ever wondered who lives there? What's it like? Can you cope with the noise? So many questions. Well, here are some answers. This is going to be delicious, isn't it? Here we go. Super. Perched high in the Pennines and surrounded by 6 lanes of the M62 motorway sits one of Britain's most iconic farms. For the last couple of decades, it's been home to Paul Thorpe.
I used to work for the guy who was here when the motorway was built. When he passed away, I managed to get the tenancy for the farm, and I've been here since about 1998, I think, now. It's all I've ever wanted was to run my own farm, like, you know, so a bit like hen's teeth. You know, it's very rare that a big farm like this comes up. You know, to be able to take it on was a dream come true, really, like, yeah. Go on, sweet.
Normally, Paul's white-faced woodland sheep spend their days grazing the moorlands surrounded by England's highest motorway. But soon he'll be taking his 4-legged flock on 4 wheels for a road trip on the M62.
I've been going to Yorkshire Show for years and years and years. I guess I've been showing sheep there thick end of 30 years now, like. We've had breed champion and reserve champion. We've had him several times, like. Somebody once told me it's not getting to the top that's hard, it's staying there.
With the show less than 2 weeks away, Paul's under pressure to get his sheep ready on time. Luckily, son John William is back from school to help select their best hopefuls.
You all right?
Yeah, how are you?
All right, yeah. You ready to get some work done?
Yeah.
All right, very good. That tuck lamb there, that's John's.
My lambs were the best out of them all.
Yeah, you got quite a few firsts last year, didn't you?
Yeah, I got a lot.
Yeah, we always go with high hopes. Sometimes we come home happy, sometimes we come home sad.
But whatever the outcome, John William is guaranteed to have a great day out.
I'm looking forward to showing my aged tuck.
He'll be looking forward to eating his own body weight in ice cream as well.
It's the day before the Great Yorkshire Show, and the Thorpe family are full on getting ready for the off.
Come on, get them doors open.
Paul, John William and Mum Jill are sorting the animal feed.
It's just red.
And there's a bit of last-minute argy-bargy.
He keeps telling me how strong he is.
They're all wet. I know, Dad, ow.
Is it me that's put it in wrong? All right. Good lad. Just getting everything together now. Here comes E-Man with another bag of corn. Hey, that's a good lad, well done.
Being at the Great Yorkshire means being away from the farm for 4 days. So the Thorpes are packing everything they need.
It's just a bit more comfortable than a tent, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we've done tent over the years, trailer, in a gazebo, we've done all sorts, haven't we?
So this is 5-star accommodation compared to past outings. But it's all really about coming home with the champions' red rosettes.
It's encouraging to see new faces come in, and it's encouraging for them to be taking the red rosettes home, because it gives them more drive and more encouragement to come again. And yeah, I hope we get some red ones, but I hope everybody else does as well, like.
Now it's time to hit the road and take the familiar 6-lane highway straight to the Great Yorkshire Show.
And I'm thrilled to say I'm here with Paul and John and Mum Jill, hello, in the camping area of the showground. Now, can I just say it is so wonderful to me to be here to meet you, because I've driven past your farm so many times. Why does the farm exist on the M62? It makes no sense to anybody who drives past.
It's a geological fault.
What do you mean?
It means that the land is so steep and wet around the farm that when they tried to build the motorway carriages together, they couldn't because it kept slipping away. And so the myth that the man there was paid £1 million to go and he wouldn't go is...
Oh, my goodness. Now you've solved the mystery, really, haven't you? That is really incredible. It was your dream to live on the M62. I can't imagine that is what you thought of, but...
No, it was about 3 months into dating before he dared.
Once he knocked you right in.
Before he'd really got a firm grip, that he dared take me up there and show it to me.
And you thought, this is my dream home, M62?
No.
No.
She hears the noise on the motorway, but
she does.
I don't mind.
John, tell me everything.
I don't mind the noise.
Not everything.
On the motorway.
You don't mind. Now, listen.
I'm used to it.
Yeah, well, you're amazing, aren't you?
I've been there for 9 years.
You've been there for 9 years because you're 9 years old?
Yeah.
And now you've brought the sheep here. Now, we saw in the film that you were going to show your sheep. Can you reveal to us how you did today?
I got 4 first, then I got a reserve male champion and a female champion.
Oh, my
and
goodness
my uncle got...
breed champion.
Yeah, like he did last year.
He beat you.
Well, you're the family to beat round here. No wonder you're hiding round here. No wonder you're hiding in the campsite. Well done, John.
It's my first time getting that.
Is it? Congratulations. How does it feel?
Good.
It feels good, doesn't it? Now, I heard that the commentator was saying how well John was doing. And in fact, Paul, instead of being proud dad, you were feeling a bit like intimidated by how well your son's doing.
The apprentice has taken over from the master.
What a pleasure it is to meet you, the family that lives on the M62. And honestly, for thousands of people who drive down the M62, you have solved that mystery. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Well, this is my favourite part of the showground. It's the machinery section. Here we've got some very traditional-looking tractors, but also some pretty unusual beasts too. Take this. It's a forage harvester capable of picking up some 300 tonnes of grass an hour, and it'll set you back £300,000. I'm not quite sure, though, what Mrs H would think if I brought one home with me. But now, from one extreme to another, there is some rather nifty agricultural equipment here that, believe it or not, you have to put together yourself. It is, I suppose, the farming equivalent of flat-pack furniture. But is it as easy to build as a bookcase? Well, we knew just the people to put it to the test. It's a busy morning at Cannon Hall Farm in Barnsley. There are over 1,000 animals here to be fed, watered and mucked out. But today, farming brothers Rob and Dave have handed those duties over to other members of the team because they're eagerly awaiting a mystery delivery.
We're not quite sure what we're waiting for. We've got a big parcel coming, but we don't know what it is.
Come on, Dave, what you bought?
I haven't bought anything, Rob. Seriously, this is a proper surprise. Is there an animal in there?
I can't hear anything breathing. We ain't lifting that, Dave.
What do you think, get the big machine?
Yeah, definitely. I'll look you on. Down a bit, Dave.
Rob and Dave's special delivery is, in fact, a flat-pack tractor. A relatively new innovation to these shores, they're imported from China. And the distributor claims that anyone with some basic mechanical know-how should be able to put one together in around 4 hours.
Do you think we're up to it?
Well, there must be a manual here somewhere, Rob.
Hey, this is what we need.
There's a lot of pages there.
Look at that. There's hundreds.
Let's get it built.
Right, you get it lifted off and let's get it unpacked.
Luckily for the boys, Rob's more mechanically minded son-in-law, also called Rob, has agreed to lend them a hand.
Rob, drop everything. We need your help. I'm going to read these instructions. Can you guide Dave in?
All right, OK.
As Rob assumes a familiar position, his brother Dave brings the new tractor into the workshop.
Right, OK, Dave.
Mud guards off first, lads. And be careful, it weighs 1.5 tons. Don't get that on your toes.
I'm glad he's come, Dave. You?
I tell you what, we'd be lost without him. But every team needs a leader, and I think I'm going to do that job. I'm reading every instruction, I'm telling him what to do, and it's working like a dream.
With the tractor unpacked, it's time to get to work.
Let's put that there.
Incredibly, it only takes 80 bolts to put this thing together. But it looks like Rob is going to supervise the fitting of every single one of them.
So big wheels at the back, small wheels at the front.
Right, we need to undo all them bolts to get the wheels on now.
Well, can I just check that? Yeah, you need to undo the bolts to get the wheels on.
I'm going to get a wheel. Thankfully, Rob has got off his chair and given us a good hand.
I'm like a machine. Tell you what, Rob, you could get a job with Formula One.
With the wheels firmly secured, the boys are halfway through the build. And Dave already seems impressed.
It's starting to look like a proper little tractor now.
And over the next few hours, the tractor starts to take shape.
It's really coming together. There's not much left. The bonnet, the steering wheel, and I think the battery. That's all we've got to do.
4 hours, 3 cups of tea and 2 arguments after they'd started, it's the moment of truth. The boys have done it. Thanks to Rob's expert guidance and, let's be honest, his brother Dave and son-in-law Rob doing all of the actual work, the reward is a small but perfectly formed, shiny red farming dream machine. But will it fire up first time?
Are you ready, lads? Hey, well done, lads. Get it in gear, then. Well done.
As a reward for all their graft, Rob's generously allowed his workforce to watch him give his new toy its very first test drive.
Well, I am delighted to say we are joined now by Rob and Dave Nicholson. Lads, who'd have thought that you two could put one of these together?
If we can do it, Jules, anyone can.
He's right there.
But in fairness, I mean, we've seen you on the farm. You are very practical. You're very handy. How easy was it?
Well, Rob is excellent at giving orders.
We know.
He read that book from cover to cover. So how could we go wrong?
My granddad always said, read the instructions. And it's taken until I'm a granddad to actually take his advice. I've never read the instructions of anything before.
Well, you've done a great job. Let's bring in Louise Howard here. Louise, you've been importing these for over 20-odd years. What is it about the flat pack idea that you think has really taken hold?
We did, at the beginning, build them. It was actually one of our customers really early on that came to see us and said, I would have loved to have built this myself. So we started selling them as flat packs. People can build them themselves. You know, they really get to know the tractor, make sure it's done exactly how they want it to be done, and then they can maintain it.
But I guess that's the thing. If you built it, it's easier to understand it to maintain it, isn't
Exactly. You can do all your own servicing, maintain it for the rest of its life.
So who's buying them then?
We get equestrian yards, caravan parks, small holders. During the pandemic, people wanting to become self-sufficient. We sold huge numbers of tractors to people, you know, setting up their own vegetable patches, all of that kind of thing.
And as we can see from the array of implements around us, there is a bit of kit for pretty much every job. We've got some shots of some of it being demonstrated here. The pallet forks took my fancy.
Yeah, absolutely. So, like you say, a huge array of equipment. It's all standard. Any equipment will fit. The pallet forks are really useful bits of kit. 750-kilo lift on the back of this particular tractor, but, you know, on the bigger tractors, you lift even more.
It would even pick you up.
It would.
Well, both of us.
It should pick 10 of me up, Jules.
But the versatility, I suppose, is the key thing. But where do you go next with this? Are we looking at, you know, flat pack combine harvesters or something?
Well, flat pack electric tractors will be next on the list.
I guess that's it. I mean, electric is the future, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Louise, Rob, Dave, thank you so much for joining us. I'm glad you got it right. Have you actually checked their work?
Well, yeah, no, we've been over it and they did a good job.
Yeah.
Started first time, which is the main thing.
And it was lovely to drive as well.
Good.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, it looked like great fun. I would love to spend the afternoon building one of these. I think you did a great job, but I have somewhere else to be. Ranveer, I'll be right with you.
Yes, you need to get a move on, Jules, because we cannot do this next bit without you. We've already seen Dominic Brunt from Emmerdale, haven't we, taking part in the sheepdog trials? And now I'm pleased to say that we have another very familiar face joining us for a nail-biting challenge. It is Shona Searson from the Yorkshire Vet. Hello, Shona.
Hello.
Now, you know the Yorkshire Show here, don't you? I mean, you've been here plenty of times.
Yeah.
But you've agreed to do something today which you've never done before.
6 weeks ago, then one of the producers phoned me up and said, Shona, you can ride, can't you? And I said, well, yeah, I used to ride. It's quite a long time ago now that I used to ride, but anyway. So has basically asked me to do a show jumping competition at the Yorkshire Show. So I said, yeah, that's fine, against Jules Hudson. So I thought, well, at least if there's only 2 of us, there's a chance. But then it turns out it's in the main ring.
Yes?
I was hoping we were going to be in a side ring down there somewhere, just nicely out the way.
All the crowds are going to be out to watch you and Jules do this. Are you nervous about it?
I mean, I'm really excited, I'm not going to lie. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm so hyped to get up in the ring. There's not many chances you get to go in that ring, especially as a non-professional show jumper.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely going to make the most of it, but the butterflies are starting to come out now, yeah.
But you know riding. You've been riding horses for a long time, haven't you? Have you had much practice time?
I've had a 6-week intensive lesson course with one of the nurses from work, Jess, who's been absolutely brilliant. I've kind of been riding about 6 days a week. So I think we might be getting somewhere near where it's not going to be too embarrassing.
It really is a baptism of fire for you, isn't it? Certainly is, and you won't want to miss it either at home. So join us back here in a few minutes' time to find out whether it's Shona or Jules who will be riding their way to show jumping glory when we return with more today at the Great Yorkshire Show. Welcome back to the final part of today at the Great Yorkshire Show. And Jules, my nerves are jangling. We've been building up to this show jumping competition all day. I don't know. I don't want to ask you. How are you?
My stomach is in absolute knots.
You look the part.
Well, you look amazing. I've been riding all my life, but this is something else. going in to an arena like this, and of all places, at the Great Yorkshire Show.
It's packed in there. The crowds are huge.
It's too much to think about. I think Sharon and I are absolutely focused on, getting on our horses, making sure they're settled, getting around the course, hopefully not losing our way, jumping everything in the right order, and coming out with everyone in one piece.
In jubilation, in a glory. That's what we want, but absolute glory at the end.
A blaze of glory. Yeah, just one we'll settle for one piece. One of us will win, of course, but, to be honest, I think we're both just very thrilled to have the chance to do this here. Nerve-wracking as it is, but my goodness me, she has been putting in the hours. She's done loads of practice.
6 weeks?
I know.
How long have you had?
2.5 hours.
Amazing. My money's on Shona. She is about to get ready to go straight into the arena. Can I just say, I respect you massively, Jules. It is a big thing to do, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you. Right,
Off
I better go.
I'll see you at the other
Cheers.
side. Oh, here she is.
Give her a very big round of applause, the Yorkshire Vet, caring for all creatures great and small, Shona Searson. Let's make this official.
There we go, she's off.
We're off. Over the first.
Yes.
There are big fences out there. The second.
2. She's going really well.
It's very classical. High school. Oh, little look there, 3.
She's looking so confident and calm.
Up and over 5.
Oh, my goodness.
6, 2 to go. Still clear, 39 seconds.
All that practice is paying off, I think.
Over 7. 1 to go. And then you can cheer. Here we go. Yay! Through the finish.
I think the crowd loved that. Good luck, Jules. Right, well, let's go.
And he's here, Jules Hudson.
Yay! Number 1 done. Oh, lovely. Ooh. She's great, isn't
I'm also like feeling a bit competitive.
How does he look to you? You've got more.
I think it's good. He does look good.
As the sun sets over Harrogate.
Let's go and see Jules and see how he feels.
Well done, mate.
That was
Congrats.
Really
Oh. Wow.
Oh my God.
There's been a lot building on this.
Are you two both going to take up horse riding now? I feel like you've got the bug for it again, right?
We're back in the groove, aren't we?
Yeah.
I don't think this is the last time you're going to see us on a horse, is it?
Now, guys, there's been a lot of backslapping and friendliness, but you know this is a competition, right?
Yeah.
Forgotten about that bit.
I had to completely, yeah.
All right, are you ready?
Go on.
This was a timed event.
Yep.
Jules,
Yeah.
you completed the course in 60 seconds.
Dead on.
Yeah,
Wow.
60 seconds out. Brilliant, brilliant result. Shona, you completed the same course in 54.
Yeah! Great. Well done, mate. That is perfect. That is perfect. Well done. Well done, Fox.
To be fair, though, Jules, you had 2.5 hours practice and there's only 6 seconds in it.
There you go, you see.
There's my time.
You wait till next year. Do you know what?
Listen.
It's just been a great thrill, hasn't it? And
so
you know, well done. And well done to you, Lancer.
Well, you two have been such great sports. Thank you for such an amazing finale to it. What has been an incredible 2 days, right, Jules?
Oh,
Here at the Great Yorkshire Show.
It never lets us down. Every year is different. Every year more memorable than the last.
Highlight? I mean, you're stood here,
Well,
but maybe this is it.
I think being in one piece after that, yeah, delighted.
My highlight has been a much more sedentary version, which was drinking lots of mead and eating lots of nice food, which was easier than you two, I have to say.
But given this was your first show, that's a great introduction.
To be fair, I loved every second of it. There were so many highlights. Let's go back through them.
Wow, that is hot.
That is sensational.
You're making it muckier. Get up.
This job isn't as easy as it looks.
It's popping like a mule.
What a memorable 2 days, Jules. It's been wonderful.
Unbelievable.
Sadly, though, that is really all we have time for tonight.
All that remains now is to thank all the competitors, the judges, the exhibitors here at the show for making us all feel so welcome over the last 2 days. And, of course, to all the staff at the Yorkshire Agricultural Society who work tirelessly all year round behind the scenes to make the show the great success that it always is.
Thanks also to all of our special guests and for inviting a Lancashire lass across the Pennines to join in the fun. I have loved every single second of it. And if there was a red rosette, Jules, for eating the most, drinking the most and shopping the most, I probably would have won every competition.
Well, listen, mate, that is one worth winning. I'm so pleased that this was your first show to come to. You've been an absolute joy. We look forward to seeing all of you, we hope, next year. Have a great summer. But in the meantime, from us, from Harrogate, from the Great Yorkshire Show, good night.
Good night.
Cheers.
Cheers.
You've successfully identified our suspect. You've become what we call a significant witness. Witness number 3.
This organisation, it ain't just kids.
Not just without a window.
This is my home. They are not going to stop.
Looks awesome. Brand new drama, Witness number 3, starting Monday at 9.